And we are live. Welcome back to the third episode of the Sausage Fest podcast. How are you guys doing today? My name is Ben, aka That Boy Mental, along with our co-hosts Jordan, aka Chaos, and we have Austin, aka Studman.
Also a co-host.
I said co-host. And today we have a very, very special guest.
Don't say that. He's a.
Okay, come on.
Well,
We have a moderately mediocre guest.
Yes, thank
You
you.
did it perfectly.
I was gonna say we was very, very special for like two ways.
Announce me as a wild turtle.
we found a wild turtle. His name's Nick. He is he's all right. Yeah, I mean
He's average.
Yeah, he's average turtle Nick.
Friends are hard to come by these days, pandemic and all.
True. I do want to ask though, why turtle?
Turtle? Oh, I don't know. I just got kind of obsessed with him for a little while.
Okay, so
He still is. He has a turtle fetish, and we just don't know about it.
Blanket on his bed in the background. It's literally a
It's
giant turtle.
just a massive sea turtle.
oh, is
They're
that a turtle?
awesome. Yeah, it's a sea turtle.
I thought for some reason it was like a map.
A map. It's like a
it does
map
have
of
It has a map on it.
the white
Oh,
part
okay.
is map.
That blue part is a turtle.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
It's
they're
the
just
third
really
episode,
satisfying to
boys.
look at.
Third episode?
yeah, third episode.
Yeah. That's impressive, huh?
I'm actually
3 hours of content, huh?
genuinely surprised that we made it this far.
Really?
I'm genuinely
There you
surprised we made it this far.
There you go, making fun of him again.
I literally told you before we started recording I had a speech impediment, and you guys are just you're actually fucking with me.
So you're saying that the kids you graduated with, they all had helmets?
We went over this. Yes, they were all retarded, every single one of them.
Oh.
I mean, look
I
at
didn't
Dustin.
say the R word. I just said helmets.
Well, helmets imply retarded, so. By the way, this is a PG-13/rated R podcast. We'd just like to establish that once again.
You know, even now, I don't think a helmet would do Dustin any justice.
No, and
No.
He's already had 13 concussions. He's gonna die if he has another one. Yes.
hopefully.
Hopefully, what?
Hopefully.
He plays a lot of football. That's
He
why
was
we had
dropped
that
as a
many.
baby several times.
Yeah, I threw him down the stairs a couple times.
Hey, he probably deserved it.
More than likely, knowing him.
All right, so what was our first topic again? Was it throwing babies downstairs? Because I don't think it was.
Sorry.
Partake.
You can
That
do
would-
that so many times.
That would explain why Nick's here. That's all I'm saying.
Comedy H2O.
I'm really just here for a sound effect of when I
He
feel
does it
it.
well. Anytime
Okay.
Jordan starts talking, just go do that.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest, you guys. This is the most unprepared podcast we've done yet. We just kind of started, and we're gonna just see where it takes us. If this turns out awful, great.
We
If
used
it
all of our
doesn't,
funny content.
Welcome back.
Oh my God.
what happened?
For any of those who
Oh.
think that having a cat is not like having a kid, he just kicked me out. No.
That wasn't the cat.
Okay, for audio listeners, he definitely just left our call
Wow.
just in the middle of talking. Oh man.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, we're keeping all this. I don't care. We're just gonna roll with it.
This is comedy gold. We need it.
I don't know about gold. We're just gonna keep going through it.
All right, that's my bad. Comedy silver.
I'm okay
Maybe
with
Yeah,
bronze
like-
at best.
I think I lost internet for 20 seconds.
That's
Should have been longer.
Next time, pay the bill.
No.
Stop stealing your McDonald's Wi-Fi from
No,
next door.
I just run a extension cord from my neighbors.
An extension cord for internet. I
Yep.
would like to see how
Yep.
that works. That's
Yep.
interesting. Can I
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
How did you make an extension cord transfer internet? I would
So-
like to know.
So I'm a welder.
I got an Ethernet cord and then I put a really good penny at the end of it.
Super conductive.
Super.
It was a collector's penny, but now it's the best Wi-Fi signal I've ever had.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
Anyway,
All right. Anyway. Go ahead.
let's start with something that we've been coming back to the last couple episodes. You guys.
Children.
You guys. Wait, what?
That's not where we were going with
That's
that.
not where we're going. I don't know where you thought we were going with it, but we're not going there.
None of us can
Oh, we were
produce.
talking about your ex. That's all. Sorry.
Why do we have to keep bringing up my ex? That's just mean. She doesn't.
What was his name again? I forgot.
It's again not a he.
Oh.
She looked
It
like
was-
a he, to be fair.
No, I was mean the fact that you dated them and knowing damn well you were into men.
That's true. Yeah, that's rude.
Yeah, like how are you gonna bait him like that? Fucking
Yeah.
piece of shit.
The ultimate catfish, huh?
Yes. Yeah, I hate you guys. I mean, what? I mean,
It's big white time.
Do it, Nick.
Oh, why did you make that face?
Face perfectly correlates to the
You like fucking
noise.
stuck your teeth out and go. "Arr!"
Well, yeah, you can't just go. You go.
That's nasty. All
You
right,
gotta do the whole like.
all right.
okay.
all
So
right.
can we seriously get on to the first topic now?
Our watch time's gonna be 6 seconds on this podcast. They're gonna hear Nick the first time he went. He's like, nah, it's not for me. I have a headache already.
Oh man. Yeah. Anyway, the three of you guys all used to work together at Chick-fil-A. That's how you all met, right?
Correct.
Badly.
Well, me and Austin met. We met on the 8th grade field trip to colleges because we didn't go to DC.
Yep.
Okay. Can
And
you?
then
So we were 14. We were minors. Ben would have been trying to get with us.
What the hell, you guys? You guys.
Anyway.
Can we switch turns at some point? I don't want to be a part of this, but
Oh,
I
okay.
guarantee you my grandma walked in here at some point.
She's gonna be like, "You guys talking about minors?" Grandma, it's not what you think.
Yep, here it is.
oh yeah.
Can you move the barrel to the street? Garbage?
Yeah, I'll do that later on.
It's okay. I'm gonna move from the garage outside.
Okay, that's perfect.
It would have been hilarious. So she's like, "Did that diaper that I got for you work?"
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I'm glad that's what it was.
She's
That
like,
was-
"Did that ointment that you asked for? Did it take their ash away?"
I feel like the doctors came back with very bad news.
Yeah. Like, oh, I have COVID. No, HIV.
Jesus. Here's a crab to help you out.
Oh my god.
All right. So, yeah, Nick and I met 8th grade. Didn't go on a field trip. We sat back like the cool kids, and I don't think we actually talked after that.
Yeah, we
was
didn't
just kind
talk
of a
until
short
like
meeting.
sophomore year because that's when we had health class,
Freshman year.
right?
Freshman year, we had study hall.
Oh yeah, and that's by the way, I remember today, you were the person that ruined Minecraft for me.
Yep.
Wait.
I remember how you could. I mean, there's always been mods and stuff out for Minecraft. So I modded my Pocket Edition, and then went into his creative, spawned a bunch of like gold armor,
It wasn't
flint and steel,
it
and then
wasn't
just,
my
like,
creative.
survival?
It was my survival, dude.
Oh, so
I
yeah,
spent
so
like a month on that thing.
I
just
modded his
casually here
survival
and
and
there.
then just burned his house down.
Yeah,
because-
well, you put down lava, and I had all these dogs and stuff like that. I put out the lava, and then it just kept on, spawning fire. I'm like, what the hell? But
Yeah, so he's never touched Minecraft again. He's been scarred for life.
yeah,
Damn. I mean,
it
All
really
big things
ruined
come
it.
to an end, right?
yeah, I guess.
But yeah,
Most
then
of the time it's because of Austin, but yeah,
yeah,
things do
yeah.
come to an end.
I like ruining things. But then he invited me to work at Chick-fil-A because he wanted the $50 sign-on bonus.
Well, because I remember you talking, and you're like, "Yeah, dude, I just started at Burger King."
Oh yeah.
I was
You used to work
"Dude,
at Burger
seriously, we
King?
talked-" He
What?
worked there for one day. One single
4
day.
hours.
Literally, we were talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, it was so boring. I just sat there the entire time on my phone. No one came in or anything."
So literally what I did was that I signed my paperwork, I did everything, I filled everything out. They said, "Okay, we'll see you Tuesday afternoon." So I was like, "Okay." So I came in at 4 o'clock. I worked till, or it was a Saturday maybe. I worked from like 10 till like 2:30. And all I did was sit in one spot, put bacon on a tray, and put it in an oven and click start. I did that for 4 hours. And they didn't even know I started. They didn't know who I was. I just walked in, had the uniform on. They're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Today's my start date." They're like, "Do we need bacon?" They're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Let's go back there and cook some bacon." That's what I did for 4 hours.
Do we
And then
need
literally
bacon?
I asked him- I was like 16, just turned 17. I was like, "Hey, so like I'm not sure what you guys shift you guys had me scheduled to. Like, am I going on lunch? Am I going home?" They're like, when did you start? I'm like, so I started at like 10 o'clock. They're like, you can go home. You can go home. I was like, do I have to clock out? They're like, nah, don't worry about it. I'm like, I'm
Oh
not
my
coming back here.
gosh.
This
I
is
don't
terrible.
remember that.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I mean, that sounds how I imagine a Burger King would.
Yeah,
go.
and then I got paid. They didn't send it to me. They didn't do anything. I had to call them multiple times. A month later, they sent me a little gift card with like $32 on it, and that was my paycheck from Burger King.
What? That is awful, dude.
It was
Big
terrible,
money.
dude. It was terrible. So then literally I told him that, and he was like, dude, come to work at Chick-fil-A. He goes, we're starting at like, I think it was like, I got
It was
$7.25
like
at
8
Burger
at the-
King,
oh.
and they had like 8 or $8.50.
Yeah,
at
it was
Burger-
8 at the time because then like
Chick-fil-A, so
after
I was like, oh, okay.
after I think a month or 3
It
months,
was
you
like
got
9.
9.
And then once you turned 18, it was like 10 or 12.
Bruh,
Although
could
I
you
didn't get that
imagine,
pay
though?
until like 3 months after I turned 18.
I didn't either. I know.
Could you imagine though, customer service places paying you like that and fucking gift cards instead of actually paying you?
I
Like,
know.
what the fuck?
I would cry. They're like, here's a free Frosty from Wendy's. Like, oh, thanks.
Well, thanks for all that
Lose
overtime
weight.
you put in. Here's a Frosty.
Yeah.
They used
Yeah.
to do that at Chick-fil-A. It's like, yeah, thanks for the overtime. Here, you go get an ice cream.
That's
or
what they
something.
did though.
That
I
is
know.
what they did.
Yeah. They're like, thanks for cleaning
They're
out
like-
everything. Here's a Baconator.
I
Like,
know.
oh, thanks.
Employee of the month. Here's your shake.
Wait, that was really
terrible.
what
Or
you
can
guys
get a
got for
small
that?
fry, but
Well,
up to you.
I don't know if you remember this, Nick, and maybe not Jordan either, but when we had to come in on the meetings on Sunday at like 2:30 in
Fuck
the
that
afternoon,
shit.
it was so dumb. They were mandatory. I think we had 2 a year is what it
It
was.
was fun just to
So I
get
only went to
together
3.
and make fun of it, and then we
Yeah.
hated the rest of it.
But like they had like a in the kitchen, they had like a challenge off almost.
Oh my
And so
gosh.
basically they split you off into like little groups, and then you had to like fillet and bread the chicken, and then you had to dunk it, and then you had to box it, and you had to do the whole thing as fast as possible. And the fastest group got a prize, and the fastest person got a prize. I was in the fastest group and the fastest person. You know what I got? A little rubber keychain that said people run on like chicken fuel or something stupid. And I'm like, all that work and I got a rubber keychain? Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
That-
You know what? And they had the same thing up front because I worked in the front, and they had a whoever can ring up this order the fastest.
Oh, that was terrible.
And it was so dumb because you had to read it off, which wasn't even realistic. But I mean, I cared about it more.
Yeah,
than I
Nick
should've,
had problems
honestly.
because he has a harder time reading than I do.
dyslexia, man. It's a pain.
Which is funny because we established you didn't know how to read last podcast.
That, and it was weird because you had a whole everyone was watching you put in the order. It was super weird. Like literally everyone gathered up front. 4 registers were open. You were like, it was like a little race off and like relay on putting stuff into the machine. It was weird.
Thank God I never had to do anything like that at my retail job. That would be awful.
You probably had like a try and hang it on the hanger as fast as possible.
I worked at a grocery store.
Oh.
I did that too.
You said retail, so I thought it was more of like a clothing store.
No, so the only thing we had that was close to that was if you were a cashier, you could take a test that it was basically like a timed test where you would pretend or actually ring up items, but if you did it in a certain amount of time and you got a certain amount correct, they would give you a raise.
That's kind of awesome, actually.
That'd be
it-
easy.
I wish
Well-
my job would do that now.
It's
Like, weld this as quickly as possible, and we'll give you a raise. I'll be right through that baby, and I'll be getting a raise.
It's a little more difficult than what I made it sound to be because it got a lot of items. Because at our grocery store, you don't really like actually
They got the
scan a
off-brand
whole.
Pampers to throw you off.
They don't have a lot of like scannable items. A lot of it's like fruits and vegetables that you have to know the certain number for. So you have to memorize all
Oh.
these numbers for each
That
specific
sucks.
fruit and stuff like that. That's what a lot of it was. And every now and
Speaking
you
of
get,
that,
every now and then you get this really weird fruit that nobody knows what it is. It's like a dragon fruit or something like that. It's like, well, nobody cares.
You're going through the.
So speaking of that, I was kind of a scumbag, but right. So like my parents sent me to the store because they needed like green peppers for fajitas, or they needed stuff for the store.
Why do I
so
feel
I
like
went
I
to
know
the-
where this is going?
I went to the store real quick, and I got everything I needed. And then as I'm leaving, they text me and they're like, or they called me as I already had left, and I'm like halfway home. They're like, "We need peppers because we don't have any peppers." I was like, I was just at the store, so I'm pissed, man. So I turn around, I fly back at the Walmart, right, and then I run in there and I grab a big thing of peppers and I'm trying to scan it, And as I'm scanning it, it's just giving me problems. So instead of, I had like 3 or 4. So instead of scanning all of them and like saying it, I just inputted that I only had 1. And then it charged me like 37 cents for like 5 peppers. And I just left. And I was like, I don't even care.
Wow.
It's a self discount.
Yeah, self discount, dude.
So you're the person I would be running to chase down in the parking lot because you stole.
Yeah, if you run after me for 3 bell peppers, you must be a really boring dude.
I mean, I never did, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. If my old boss watches this, I'm sorry, but I watched multiple people steal and I didn't do a fucking thing about it.
Jeez, I thought I was bad. I took 2 bell peppers.
I think
for food,
I
but
think
yeah,
I
yeah.
told on one of them because it was like a really high dollar item, and I went and told like one of my main bosses.
Just
I
stealing a
think that's
fucking
it.
$200 steak.
He's
They
like,
were-
so the PS5 just came out, right? Yeah. Well, that dude just walked out and he didn't pay. You'll
No,
be all right.
no, that was not it. But yeah.
All right. No. What's another topic?
You said you were prepared when we started. You said you didn't need topics.
You know what? It's your fault for believing me.
I mean, I guess that's on me, but I like to be prepared when it comes to this type of stuff. So
We can ask Nick. He's the guest. We'll put everything onto him.
Oh,
Start
boy.
talking.
yeah, Nick, it's your problem now.
Near-death
Under
experiences. I mean, because some of the things I was thinking of earlier today was all of the car experiences that we had where we almost like hit or died.
Oh,
something,
yeah.
with something.
There's a lot of those. That's not good. But
I know.
That's good
Because one of
stories.
them that was fun was when we were driving back from the the East Lansing tournament for
Frisbee tournament?
Ultimate Frisbee, and we were going like 100 and it was in my Saturn Ion, and I wanted to see how
04.
fast it could go. Yep, an 04 Saturn Ion, and we were coming back, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see how fast this goes. So I kept going, and it's humming really loud because it's kind of a pathetic Ion. And I think
Yeah.
it had like 170 miles on it at the time. We got up to
something that you shouldn't have been
114.
going.
No noise was there. It just stopped. Nothing was going on. It was just silent, and I was like, oh god. So I slowed down to 90 and then 80, and then like I heard something. I was like, okay, we're good. We're just gonna go home now.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna just go right to heaven.
And we had just left too, and we were like still an hour and 20 minutes away from home.
And remember, tell them that we were going 114 miles per hour in the wrong direction as well.
That's not
Wait,
true.
what?
It was
We
true.
were only going 90 at that point.
Oh, my bad. So for some reason, dude, it's not like I had a crappy phone at the time either. I think that was like 5 years ago, and I had like an iPhone 7, right? I think we both had iPhone 7s.
Yeah.
And so like I looked at my phone and it said to head. It looked like it was heading south, and I was like, cool, because we were up in Michigan, so we had to come down. And so I'm looking at it, I'm like, cool, perfect. So I glance at it, I go, yeah, just take this exit right here. So we start flying. He says we only got up to 90. We're going right there. It's pitch black because it's like 8, 9 o'clock at night. And then I look at it, and all of a sudden I see it, and it like zooms out of the map, and it just shows us going completely north, right up into like Trenton. I'm like, oh no. And
This
then
is a problem.
right before I told him, my parents called me because they were tracking me like psychopaths, and they're like, hey, you guys were coming home, right? We're like, yeah, you're heading north. We're like,
And that's when
okay.
they discovered me going
okay.
100 too.
Yeah,
wasn't
and then
it?
they saw, because they saw how fast we were going too. They're like, and why were you? I think they only saw that we were going 99. They're like,
Yeah, it
why
was
were you going
99?
99? We were like, oh, we wanted to really get home because we're hungry.
Wait, your parents had
Yeah.
like a
They were not
tracker
happy
on your
with me.
phone on your
It
car?
was for safety, they said, but to me
Whatever.
it sounded like control. But yeah,
No. Yeah, no, I got lucky. I never
They
got
were
one of
not
those.
happy with me going
No.
that fast.
they yelled at me, and I was like, I wasn't even driving.
I mean,
Oh.
it's not ultimately your fault, Austin. So. Yeah.
Nick's got a lot of cameos.
Apparently.
We're gonna have to put in this podcast featuring Nick, featuring his grandma, featuring Nick's sister.
Oh well.
I want to move back out.
Listen, Nick. I need to move out too. If you want a roommate, I got you.
All right, let's do it. Not really. I'm
Bet.
poor as frig right now.
Same, but we'll make
He's
it
like,
work.
I'm doing this podcast and hope I can make a few pennies to put it towards the house.
We're
Look,
gonna
Ben,
find the
Nick
most
does not want to
luxurious
share a
trash
bed
can
with
we
you.
can find.
Well, he has
Whoa,
to
you
share
guys
a bed
are
with
sharing
me.
beds?
I mean, he's a half.
Ooh, you can use Nick's sheets. Look at his turtle blankets, bro.
Dude, I have a dolphin blanket right underneath my bed here.
You guys are made for each other. You
Yup.
guys have the ocean
Yup.
animals.
Yeah, we do.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. I just remembered
of
too
ocean
on the
animals?
whole speeding thing and everything.
Oh.
Before I forget, I also remember the time that well, I wasn't allowed to drive Sydney anymore. That was pretty awesome because we were driving. What were we driving home from? Was it just
I don't think
Chick-fil-A?
anything. Yeah, I don't think it was anything important.
Yeah, because for some reason you were dating Sydney at the time, and I was driving because you didn't have a car at that time, did you?
No.
Yeah, you didn't have a car, and so I was driving you guys home, and I think I was just gonna hang out for a little bit or something like that. Well, it was on Capitol, and I was like, all right, let's floor it, and I think I casually went 80 on that all the time.
55.
Casually went 80.
Casually.
It's 55. We're just passing people, and it's funny because I was so used to it because he's such a psychopath, and I was just sitting there. I was like, "Yeah." So remember when we were like, I'm just sitting there, just casually talking as we're just going in between cars and stuff, and then as we're doing that, we fly by this car, right? And then she freaks out in the back seat, and we're like wondering what's going on. And then as we stop at the light, her mom comes rolling up right next to us and just looks over at us, looks at us like we're like crazy. We're like,
And I thought I was cool. I was like, oh, she's an alright person. So I wave at her, smile. So the lights turn green, and I floor it and just gun it out of there.
and then he goes, "Do I go fast?" I go, "I wouldn't go." Just flies out of there again. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Jeez."
I found out 2 weeks later that I wasn't allowed to drive her again, and they've been
Yeah,
like
she's
purposely
never allowed
ignoring
to
me.
see him in person again. They have a restraining order against him because he's such a psychopath. Like, what would you do if you saw your like 16-year-old daughter like in the car, right, going like 90 in a 55, and then as you pull up to the car, the kid just smiles at you.
Fucking waves at you like a moron.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Did you see me? Because we did fly past her at first too.
Oh, there's a cat.
man.
Oh no, there's a cat.
That is
Oh,
a
no.
cat. We've,
Oh, you said
we've had so many interruptions this episode. I don't even care anymore.
it's just you can't.
It is what
control
it is. Life
I wish
goes
my
on.
doors locked.
Your doors don't lock.
They do, but they don't. They barely latch. I had to like perfectly position it. It's ridiculous.
Just put a sign on your door that says "I'm podcasting. Keep out."
Yes, we
Or I
won't
can just
even
gross
make
up
a
my
sign.
family to put a sock on the door.
Well, now everybody
Oh.
knows if you want to break into Nick's house, he can't lock his doors, so he's available.
He's
Well, I
got
would
comfy
say I don't.
turtle sheets so you can cuddle him.
I mean,
Not with me. But
Wait, that's no fair. If Ben and Austin get matching blankets, matching sea animal blankets, me and Austin have to get matching blankets.
You said that
Wait,
wrong. Stupid.
yeah, you said
Yeah,
Austin
Can't make fun of
twice.
people for not reading and talking. When you said if Austin gets to Austin, and then Austin gets to the, and then Austin.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with you, Austin. Give me a kiss.
Clearly.
could I just get a blanket of Austin and then surrounding it is just a bunch of Austins?
Send me a selfie, and I just want to put it as my blanket.
Just write
Oh,
Austin
man.
1,000 times in different like fonts or whatever.
It's
Ew.
different, like italicized and everything.
Oh yeah.
Ew. That's just.
We could get. So if they have sea creatures, we have to get mammals. Let's get land animals.
Dude, I'm down.
I'm gonna get like a.
You guys have a lot
Black
more
bear.
to pick from than us.
Yeah, we do.
So.
Bro, I'm gonna get like a fucking woolly mammoth.
I'll get a black bear.
Get a dodo bird.
Also
You'll
looks
get
like a
'em with
dodo bird.
I want a diplodocus.
What is that?
You don't know what a diplodocus is?
No.
Dude, it's a dinosaur.
That's a dinosaur?
Yeah, hey, toss it. All right, give me 1 second. I'll show you what it.
What the hell's that? I've never
didn't-
heard of that. What? What?
Diplodocus, bro.
What?
When did you
It's a
get that?
It's a diplodocus. Look, I'll show you as a diplodocus.
I've
Eh.
that
Oh, you can't read anything.
not even
Oh,
close
no.
to being reading that.
Oh no, yeah, it's a diplodocus. So.
Okay, if you say so. For audio listeners, it looks like a stegosaurus.
You look like a stegosaurus.
I am a stegosaurus.
The cat just found a hearty piece of pretzel on the bed.
Oh man, this podcast is awful. This one went.
Let's go. I'm so scuffed. I love it.
This is the most scuffed episode. We're literally just naming this scuffed episode number 3, but it's going up. If people enjoy it, great. If they don't, we'll get them next time.
I would say this is how most of our conversations go, though.
It's
Only
true,
when
man.
you show up, Nick. I blame
What?
this on you. Yeah, it's only when you show up these
I mean,
conversations.
that's fair.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Yeah.
There's nothing really else.
I'm
to
a
say,
guest.
It's just
I don't
facts.
take responsibility. I just cause the issues.
That's a really good saying. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep that in mind for our future guests. Anyway,
I got some fat slices of pizza, boys.
What the? You
There's a
complained
dipple
for how
after.
long that we didn't start, and now you're eating?
I know. We sat for like 30
no, I
minutes,
ate
and this
before
dude's
that,
like, "Wow,
you fatty dude. Jeez.
good job, Ben."
It's like I saw that.
Why is this
I
my
ate
fault?
way before this pizza.
We tried recording this the first time, and you yelled something very racial that we were not putting in there.
What
I
did I,
don't
say?
think it was that racial.
Oh, I remember.
I don't know if. Well, okay, I want to say it's
I was
super
expecting
racial.
you to say it like a moron. Oh, I remember what he's done.
And then repeats it.
Bro.
Yeah,
Then this whole
well,
podcast goes to shit.
Did you say about drinking fountain?
All of a sudden, we're in explicit content.
oh my god, I'm so ready for this to be done. When can we quit the podcast now?
Hear you, but I won't.
25 episodes.
25 episodes?
Nope.
We're not making it.
We will make it.
We're not making it. I'm calling it right now.
Well, at least you two equal each other out.
Yeah. So we're neutral right now. As long as
Jordan's the
Jordan has faith
mediator
for
You
with
can-
a piece of pizza all the
You
time.
can you can say it's equal, but I have the channel. Like it's not equal.
You're also withholding my paychecks.
Cause we're making money right now, Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
Dude, we're making the big bucks. Like,
Yeah.
remember
Deserve
that
my
79
0.5
cents?
70. We didn't even make any money off that first episode. But
If
But imagine if we did.
if
Ben
we do
wouldn't
make
pay
money,
us
we're
like a
not
little
gonna pay
bitch.
Nick though.
wait,
Yeah,
that
I'll
is
just take a Chick-fil-A packet. I'll be alright.
Yeah, we'll give him some Chick-fil-A sauce.
Speaking of, that also
Yo,
reminded
wait,
me when
actually,
you threw
hold
that
up.
Polynesian sauce
Yo,
at me.
I got you.
Oh
Sauce
my
fire.
gosh! Honestly, those
You're
come in
what's wrong
handy
with
at
the
times.
world.
Dude, I'm fat. Leave me alone. I had to get some Chick-fil-A sauce.
They actually come in handy though sometimes. I'm telling
Are
you.
you
if
using the
have
wide angle lens on your camera,
Who are
who
you talking to?
Ben?
I don't have
some-
a
No,
wide
here's the
angle.
normal-
Oh, well, how'd you fit yourself in the frame then?
Dude.
What a piece of shit.
Yo, I'm
Can
not.
we like do an actual
Ben
fucking
literally goes-
subject now?
Ben literally goes, "I'm fat," and I go, "Are you using a wide angle lens?" Everyone's like, "Duh, what'd he say?"
I'm not gonna lie. It took me a solid 3 seconds to figure out
I know.
what
I
the
looked
joke
at all of our
was.
cameras and I was like, "Who looks the weirdest?"
Nobody looks weird.
That's
I mean,
what
I look
For
weird,
Austin,
but
'cause
like
he's got black bars next to him.
I do, and I don't know why. It's weird.
probably because you're doing your cell phone.
You
instead
might
of
be
an actual
zoomed
camera.
out. No,
No.
I think he zoomed out a little bit. He wasn't
No.
like that last time.
Yeah, it was. It's
Yeah, it
been like
was.
this every time.
Yep.
Really? No, then maybe it is because you're using your phone.
I think it is.
loser.
What a loser!
Yours
Can't afford a decent camera.
Whoa.
Jordan,
Technically, my camera's $1,000.
if you want to get technical, it also can do phone calls and text. So
Exactly.
I guess
What can
he's
your
got his
camera do?
beat. Don't
I
look
guess
at me
your
like
camera
that,
fits
Jordan.
you in frames. That's an impressive camera.
Okay.
Anyway, let's.
Ben
Everyone's gonna
arguably
think-
has the best setup.
You.
Everyone's gonna think that I genuinely hate him and think I'm just body shaming
The
him
side
every
theme of
episode.
this podcast is just like slamming Ben.
Yeah, I,
That's how
well,
this
Ben
is how the last
slams
two
food.
went.
I'm
yeah.
sorry. It's just, it's
Every time we clutch, we just gotta unload on Ben.
Oh my.
Don't say-
God.
load and Ben in the same costume.
I said unload.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
every
leave. I don't want to be here.
Yeah, doo-doo. He's just gone.
You're the one that suggested recording today.
That's true.
Did Austin or did I? thought
You
I
did, and then I just second.
Oh.
I'm running off of 3 hours of sleep, and I just agreed to it.
You can't tell. I mean, your hair looks gorgeous.
True. Did you just wake
I
up
don't
or
mind it.
something?
Austin, you trying to tell
No,
us
I
you're-
took a shower and didn't care
Or-
what happened to it.
What?
You trying to tell us that you're into men now too?
Whoa. Who said Nick was a man?
Who said he wasn't?
Ew, did you just... For anyone who didn't see that, it was disgusting, and you're lucky.
Did you just
Alright,
titty
alright,
slap
I say
yourself?
What?
He just titty
All right, I'm
slapped
just gonna go
himself.
casually hang myself real quick.
Whoa.
Drinking
Oh,
that
he
soy
said
milk. You get
There's-
your own.
Whoa.
There's a very real chance I'm not posting this.
Hey. Hey.
On YouTube or just at all?
Yeah, I couldn't bring
At all.
myself to it. I
At
figured
all.
a cherry coke would do.
Hey. Hey, Nick, tell him about the Polynesian sauce.
Oh my god, I don't even remember why we were doing it though. That's the thing.
Dude, you
like,
started it, and that's weird because I normally start things.
I'm pretty sure I didn't start it.
No, I'm pretty sure you did. So we're So
I mean, I caused you a lot of issues at work because I always got you in trouble. But
exactly. So you started it inevitably. But Nick started it, right? We're at Chick-fil-A. I'm sitting down with my then current girlfriend, right? That makes sense. Yeah. So I'm sitting down. We're just eating our food, about to leave, right? And I'm waiting on him to get done so we could leave. He was my ride home. So I waited the extra 30 minutes because he used to say, I used to ask him, I'd be like, hey, Nick, do you mind taking me home? He'd be like, yeah, what time are you off? I'm like, 9. He's like, cool, I'm off at 9 too. And then the manager would come up to him halfway through and be like, hey, can you stay till 10? And then he'd come up to me at like 8:58. He'd be like, hey, I'm going to stay till 10. And I'm like,
I did this.
so what am I supposed to do? Sit for an hour or work another hour? And then I try and figure it out. Anyway, what a jerk. But so I'm sitting down eating food because I didn't. Yeah, I know. I didn't feel like waiting for him, like working wise. So I sat down, was eating my food, and then all of a sudden, like a ketchup packet just comes flying over where I'm at and just smacks me in the side of the face, goes all over, and I'm like,
It did not.
It knocked what I had on me though, like
Oh,
all
okay,
over.
that's
Like
fair,
I had like food and it like went all over a little bit, and then everyone was laughing at me. And when people laugh at me, it angers me. You know, if I'm not provoking the laughter, I'm gonna be upset.
Oh,
so I grabbed a Polynesian sauce, right? And he finally was like, all right, I'm ready to go. So we're walking out to his car. I'm in front of him. I'm like probably 50 feet in front of him. He's talking to people behind him. And I'm sitting there holding this Polynesian. I'm like, I'm going to obliterate his soul with this Polynesian sauce when he comes towards me. And he's like, yeah, this is great. This is you know, being his happy-go-lucky self. And as soon as he gets right out into the parking lot, about 20 feet away, I just turn around, fire right at him, hit him right next to his crotch. It just explodes everywhere.
It was so close.
It was so close, yeah.
The problem was though is because after it exploded on me, Polynesian is the stinkiest of them all. Not in a bad way, but it literally has the most pungent smell. It stayed on my clothes after washing them several times for the next month. It was horrible. My car smelled like it. My clothes smelled like it. It even like just kind of soaked into the shirt, even though it didn't get on the shirt. It was horrible.
Man.
I didn't eat Polynesian for at least half a year.
Oh,
I legitimately stayed away from Polynesian. It was stuck in my stomach whenever I had it.
who won that battle? It sounds like Austin did. By a long shot.
I hated that so much.
Oh, it was so funny. All right, last one we're going to tell of a story. Tell them about when I started making the weird noises when you almost ran over glass.
Oh my gosh. So every day, you know, I'd park in like the same spot every single day when we go into Chick-fil-A. So I'm pulling in everything. Austin's talking, or I think you were talking.
So he doesn't even know because he doesn't pay attention.
I really don't know what was going on. I was just trying to find my parking spot. I don't know. Anyways, we're pulling in, and I start going in, and I don't know. I really didn't notice anything, honestly. As soon as I'm about to pull into the parking spot, Austin goes, you know, just making random noises. I go, what are you doing? He goes, dude, there's glass. He was yelling at me the entire time, telling me that, and I didn't hear a single thing he was saying until he went.
Wait, do that one more time. Do that one more time.
I think I did two different things, but yeah, he was like.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that clip and turn it into a channel trailer. So anytime someone clicks on our channel, it's gonna be. Anytime someone clicks on our channel, it's just gonna be Nick.
It's hilarious.
Oh my god.
It was so funny because like I was trying to tell him and he just wasn't listening. So he's like pulling in and the whole parking lot or parking spot is just covered in glass. And
They shattered like 3 or 4 glass bottles in that area.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, stop this glass. And then he finally stopped when I did that and he was like, what? And I was like, there's glass right there. He goes, oh my gosh, why'd you do that? I was like, you weren't listening to me.
You said it, and I remember after hearing you say there was glass, I realized that you said that like 8 times to me. You're like, there's glass, Nick, glass.
I was just trying to help him out, and he just ignored me.
Oh my god.
It took me turning into the Water Boy 2.0 for him to like understand that I was trying to communicate something.
Basically.
Oh, I gotta love Waterboy.
Oh gosh. All right, you guys have any funny stories like that?
No. Anytime that I've had glass come near. Well, actually, I've stepped on glass before.
It's over your wrist and not your car, right?
I mean, I stepped on some glass before, but
Not bad.
it wasn't awful. I'm not gonna lie. It was broken up small enough to where I just kind of pulled it out, and that was that.
What a man.
Yeah.
Manly man.
I mean,
Ooh. I have a topic we should all talk about that I don't know everyone's. We should talk about phobias.
I'm pretty generic. I just have a fear of heights.
See,
I'm scared of dying from like drowning. Technically from
I don't
suffocating,
think
but
so.
drowning specifically.
I heard something and it was like there's also like generic phobias like that. Like drowning is just I don't think drowning itself is a phobia. I think it's just like
It's suffocating, really.
well, it's more in depth than that. I think, but like
Because
because
like getting buried alive would be second. It's just
yeah.
drowning's more likely. That's why.
So you have like the three phobias of like being buried alive, drowned, or dying to fire, like being lit on fire while you're alive,
I don't
burned
know.
alive.
I've been lit on fire very briefly, but
So have I, but that's because
that's not something that scares me unless it's like something horrible. But I don't know. I
What about you, Jordan? What's your fears?
drop and roll.
He's like, I fear women.
No, that's mine too. Yeah.
Yeah,
How does that even make sense? I have a kid.
Well, I mean.
adoption.
I had to get her pregnant to keep her.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Do phobias whatsoever. Oh my gosh. She's sitting there. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
That's about right. I almost left him too. I was
That's
walking out the
fast.
door and realized. No.
Walking out the door, tripped, fell, landed on his. Okay.
Yo.
Okay, so anyway, I don't know, like, if I have a weird phobia right now, but when I was younger, I actually used to have a really weird fear that gravity was gonna reverse and I was gonna fall infinitely into space, and that was
Cool.
absolutely horrifying to me when I was younger.
That's pretty cool.
See, if anything, mine would be like gravity, like becomes 10 times stronger than it is, and it just crushes you into the ground. I think that would be scarier.
Like
Like imagine you just it's like walking, you're just walking down the, yeah, you're just like walking down the street, and all of a sudden you're just like,
It just
Oh my
flattened
gosh,
like a
what's
fucking
going on?
pop can.
Wouldn't it just be instantaneous though?
I don't know. It depends how the gravity hit, I guess, right? Because
I don't
I
know.
mean, how's gravity controlled again? Isn't it?
It goes
By
by,
the-
like,
by mass.
moon?
no, like mass and G-force.
So Austin would be gone first because he's the tallest.
Yep.
Yeah, I would probably be last because I'm the shortest.
And the
You might.
chubbies.
Yeah.
I
I was
don't
like, you
know.
might spring back.
All right,
to
listen, listen up, you motherfuckers.
He's gonna spring back to his original position. He's gonna be dong, like a
He's like
sling.
Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah.
maybe this gravity will stretch my back out. I can grow a couple of inches. I'd use that.
Scoliosis, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Who needs a chiropractor when you just have massive gravity?
Yeah. Why didn't like? Yeah.
Why didn't
what
anyone
about
think of
Isaac, Why
this?
didn't Isaac Newton talk about that? To get taller, just gravity.
Yeah, why didn't he tell me how to use it to my advantage? What a needle dick.
Right.
You guys are all tall. Shut up. Don't say it like you're short.
Sorry, not all of us
How
can be
short are
5'2"
you?
and 225 pounds.
I'm like
That's
5'5".
You're
I'm
five.
My
Really?
bad.
Why does everyone sound surprised by this? Yes. I'm taller than both my parents. I did good.
No way. He's like, I drank my milk, dude. I did what I could.
I did as best as
I
I could
drank
with
my
what I was
milk.
given.
And I ate
I
my
don't remember
green
you being that
beans.
short. I only met you once in person, but I just
I'm 5'5", maybe 5'6". I haven't actually measured myself in a long time.
Nick,
but-
you have a massive head, so yeah, it's about 6 inches.
Yes, Nick, I'm quite a bit
Yeah,
shorter
no.
than you.
He's like,
I'm the shortest in the group. I know.
I wasn't
Mentally
looking down
and
on
physically.
anyone like that though.
Nick, we were sitting on a couch the first time we met. Like,
ooh, that's cute.
Yeah, but we stood.
we
up
were
and-
all
Did you guys
cuddling.
hold
So.
hands?
You guys were there. You act like you don't know.
They touch
I
thighs.
know, but touched what?
Thighs?
Thighs. I thought you said eyes. I was like, how?
Like something out of a cartoon movie where it's just boom.
Ew.
uh,
Pink. Oh, imagine how that would feel.
slime bump.
Oh,
Yeah, Aiku, it's
no.
Ah, talk about phobia. Oh.
Say, legitimately saying that though, I do have a phobia with my eyes. I don't like touching my eyes.
A lot of people have a phobia of deep water.
Oh, I mean that's fair.
Like, imagine, like, I used to have, like, I guess nightmares as a kid where, like, I'd be in the ocean and I'd look down and there'd just be nothing. Like, just black. Or, like, a giant whale. That would be terrifying.
I'm
like,
only
if you're
scared
in
of what's
the
in
ocean
the ocean.
floating and then, like, you look down and it's just a big black mass and it's just a giant whale. Even though whales are cool, that would be terrifying.
Dude, if you just stand up, ride that dude, you'll be all right.
That's fair, dude. You could. I didn't even
Or you
think
could do
about
the
that.
brother bear thing where they just kind of.
Dude, what is this dude
Long-
doing to me? He's all up in my.
Just ride the current, little dude.
Wasn't
I'm
it called something though? It was called something.
Finding Nemo. That's what it was
I
called.
know the movie. I hate you.
Or how about Finding Dory?
Talking about the wave. He said ride the like.
Well,
It was called the way. It was called something.
there's a couple different
It
tides
was a
that are
current.
actually,
It was called the something current.
yeah. There's a
Yeah.
couple different currents that are actually like a well-known thing. I couldn't tell you what the names are, but I know it's a thing.
Well, yeah, that's because they're consistent. These are ones
Right.
that never stop.
Right.
Ben, you're currently my least favorite person on this podcast right now.
Okay. Well, I'm currently your mom's favorite, so.
The top three.
Oh,
Listen, I had to get him back at some point.
The zinger. Oh, this cat. Look at him.
Yeah,
Look at him.
he's
Dr.
actually
Evil.
he's grown quite a bit since the last time I saw him.
He has grown quite a bit, and he's
Yeah.
become more and more of a turd.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
literally.
think that head bonking I helped him with.
Yeah,
It's
Nick
a-
gave him a grade 2 concussion when he came over.
Yeah, I literally was playing with him, and I like got the stick, and I got him to jump in a way where he hit his head.
Just full blown, just like Ray Lewis the wall, and Nick's like, "Duh."
It was great. It was so funny too because he just went right back at it.
I have to like take him to the vet every day now to get him like checked out. Man, oh my gosh, look at him.
That,
He does this. He's insane. He does the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Like I'm not gonna pick him up and move him.
Yeah, there is a door behind you. You could probably close and just.
you should
That's
just
probably
pick
true.
him up and throw him next time.
Okay.
Oh well, I don't know.
Anyone miss silly strings?
Dude, silly
strings.
bands.
I
No.
had silly
Oh, yeah.
bands.
Silly
I-
string is what you spray out of can. Not something.
Yeah,
Those are fun too, but yeah, no, silly band, my bad.
Those are fun. I used to get them taken away at school.
I started doing that like at the very end of the whole fad, and by that point I didn't have enough to really like anyone really cared.
Well, for me, what happened is we used to fold up paper and then shoot it with rubber bands at people.
The
and so people-
Hornets.
people would walk around with wristfuls of silly bands and pocketfuls of those Hornets, and then literally, like, when the teacher turned around, all you'd hear is,
Dude, we had
And
a
then-
full
Ben's just got
blown
that
out
look
war.
on his face. Like,
Seventh
yeah, I got
grade.
hit by 20 of those.
Dude, 7th grade, we had a full blown out war. And it was an all guys class, middle school. We literally flipped over tables and had World War II set up. It was horrible. Teacher had to get the principal in and everything. Like Nick, there's another dude in our class that was named Nick as well. He brought in a whole gallon Ziploc bag of Hornets and was passing them out at the beginning of class. 5 minutes in, we're like, go!
yeah,
It
it got
was
intense. It got so intense that the principal found out and literally just said no more silly bands at school. So, like, if you were caught with a rubber band, you were just instantly just sent to, like, detention.
All of a
That's,
sudden, silly
yeah.
bits were a new currency in the school.
Were they? Because at my school we had it for a short time with like.
Speaking of currencies,
like-
bro. So I used to, when I went to church on Wednesday nights, we had like a little like event going on, and basically if you won, like you'd play games at the end of the night. If you won, you'd get a big box of Sour Punch straws, and it'd have like 12 of them in there, and I'd get them for free. And so I had like 5 or 6 of them just at my house because I'd get them all the time. What? Calm down. It's acting like it's prison. So like we literally I would just take them to school and I'd sell them for $1 to kids. And then I'd literally come home every day with like $12, $15. It was nice. I did it for like a month straight, saved up a couple $100. I was like, this is
And that's pretty good.
yeah, it wasn't bad. I was like, and then I still had like 6 or 7 boxes at home, so I'd just be smashing them. I'd look like Ben at the end if I kept eating them though.
I don't have anything else to say about it. I can't.
That reminds me.
I don't got
remember-
nothing.
Every
that
time I
reminds me.
Every time I
Fuck you, you're
that
tall.
reminds me when I left those Twizzlers at your house that were unopened, and your dad comes in and was like opens them up, and as he's eating and chewing on 3 of them, you said or something like that. He's like, "Who's on these?"
Yeah,
These yours?
so Nick leaves. Well, first of all, you can't just say it like that because it makes my family sound like a bunch of like scavengers. Basically, every time Nick came over, and he'd come over every day, he'd leave something. So he'd either leave his socks for some reason. He'd
I
leave
left
his
my
wallet. He'd leave his. He left his phone shortly before he came back and got it. It's like if someone
I left
leaves
my
their phone,
keys and
how
I
are you
couldn't
supposed to
do
text
without
them that they lost their phone? How am I supposed to inform him that he left his phone? I can't. So finally, he comes back, gets his
You
phone.
should call him.
Yeah, he walked out with his key without his keys, and then has to come back and get it. So he left everything every day. So he left a thing of Twizzlers he never ended up opening. He left them on the stand, and I'm in my room. All I hear is, I walk out there. I'm like, and my dad's eating them. He's like, "Are these yours?" I was like, "No, those are Nick's." He's like, "Oh, okay. Tell him I'm gonna eat half." I was like, "Okay." So he comes back, and I go, "Hey, my dad said he's eating half." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Nick's too nice to say
At that
anything.
Well, at that point, it was pretty fair. I mean, I really did leave. I was kind of a nuisance in a good way.
In a good way.
Because, like, I was allowed over there, so, and I came over all the time.
And they fed him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was basically.
He didn't
I
have
also
much of a.
freaked out
He
your
was
parents in
homeless.
the morning sometimes, depending on how I woke up.
Yeah, what a weirdo. This dude was literally no jokes. Like he'd stay the night because he lived like 45 minutes away, and we'd go to the gym in the morning, and he didn't feel like driving, and I understand I wouldn't either. So he'd spend the night, right? And I wasn't one of those dudes where, because I know all the memes are like where your friends, when you stay the night at your friend's house and they never give you a blanket, so they like use like pizza boxes and they use like random like things as like blankets. So like before we'd go to bed, it'd be like 11:30 at night, and I'd be like, "Hey, are you tired?" He's like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed." So I was like, "All right, do you want a blanket? Like here's a pillow." And then like I hand him a pillow. I go, "You want a blanket?" He's like, "Nah, I'm all right." And he just like curls up and just goes to sleep on my floor. And I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't care. I'm in my
What a
bed. I'm comfy."
psychopath.
I know. So I turn around, I go to bed, and I'm sleeping. I wake up. This man's not in my room. I'm like, where did he go? And then all of a sudden, I hear, because my door is like halfway closed, I hear like faint talking out in the living room. And like, I knew my parents got up. So I walk out there, and he's sitting on the couch. My parents are there in their robes and pajamas drinking coffee. He's like, "Yeah, so the other day, I went to the farmer's market." And I'm like, "What is going on?" And then I walk out, my mom's like, "We found him on the couch. Why didn't you give him a blanket?" I go, "I tried. I tried to give him a blanket."
Well, I didn't even go on the couch. I went in your, like, reclining chair.
Yeah, he's like in the recliner, just like passed out. They're like, they yelled at me. They're like, "You didn't even give him a blanket?" I go, "That psychopath turned around and went to bed without getting one. That's his problem."
You want to?
Hey, actually, speaking of we have to bring up the first time I slept over at your house, and you let me set the alarm for basketball.
Oh my gosh. So this
You
dude.
got to talk through that one.
So I'm a very light sleeper. So like, unless I'm like dead tired, but like I wasn't dead tired. I was just no, I was average tired, right? So we go to bed, and right before we went to bed, I was like, "Hey, if you want to set an alarm for the gym in the morning, go for it." I go, "You'll hear it, and then it'll wake you up." And I think, are you sure it was the first time? Because there was a time before that
It
where
was
you
the
didn't
first time
wake
I
up.
set the alarm. It was
Okay.
the first time I set
So
the alarm.
he set the alarm because the first time he fell asleep, I set the alarm, and I go, "Hey," I looked over, I go, "Hey, you up?" No response. I'm like, "Hey, are you up?" No response. I'm like, "What the?" So I like had like a pillow. I was like, whack, and I throw a pillow at him. I hit him, just like bounce off the back of the head. And I'm like, "Are you up?" No movement. I'm like, what is wrong with this dude? So I grabbed something that was like somewhat heavy off my bed, and I like threw it at him and like hit him in the ribs. He's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "There's no way you slept through that. There's no way." So then the next time I go, "Bro, you're setting the alarm." So he sets the alarm, right? You know, he's a heavy sleeper. I'm a light sleeper. All of a sudden, I set an alarm for like 7 o'clock. All I hear is, I'm like, I like jump out of bed, and I'm literally having a panic attack. I literally jump out of bed. My face is beat red. All the blood loss goes to like my muscles. Dude, I was ready to like kill someone. And this dude just like, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what is going on?" And I see his phone lit up in the corner, and I just see him go. And he's like looking for his phone. He's like, turns it off. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what was that?" He goes, "Oh, that was my alarm. I woke up." I was like, "That wasn't an alarm. That was a nuclear alarm. What was that?" Dude, it's the loudest thing.
It was so funny because you had a hard time like getting back to normal after that.
Yeah, dude,
from that point.
I could have lifted a semi, dude. My adrenaline was pumping so hard after that thing went off.
You know it's a good
I was
workout when you get
terrified.
out of bed and lift a semi.
I know, I didn't need coffee or anything to wake up. His alarm like got me going. I was like, I looked like I was on
That's just a
crack.
good
Dude.
pre-workout.
I know, I looked like I was on crack, dude. I was like,
Well, there were several times where you were throwing stuff. There was one day I woke up and like I didn't have anything around me. I just had the pillow and blanket, and that was it. I woke up and there were things surrounded all around me. I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" You're like, "Dude, I threw all of those at you and you didn't wake up." Like there was a
He's
pillow. I think there was like a
psychopath.
charger or something like that. It was all this like crazy stuff.
It's ridiculous.
I mean,
I didn't wake up if I didn't want to.
Apparently. Oh man.
Yeah.
I
Well,
Oh,
had
you
one
guys-
friend actually try and slap me awake, and that didn't work either. I was tired that day.
he physically hit you and you just didn't wake
Yeah,
up.
no, he like, I mean, he didn't full on like, yeet me or
Slapping
anything,
contest.
but like, he supposedly gave me some.
Oh man, that reminds me of a story, but I don't know if I should tell it now or wait for Dustin to come on the podcast. Fuck it, I'll tell it. I'll fuck it. I'll tell it now.
Okay.
So when me and Dustin bowled, we always made it to regionals, and for regionals, it's normally in like Lansing or it's pretty far up into Michigan. So when we go for an entire weekend, and we'll get a hotel room, and me and him normally get a hotel room together. The one weekend we end up sharing a bed, and we're sleeping right
Ooh.
in the middle of the night. I rolled over, but my arm was fully stretched out as I'm rolling over. So I literally rolled over and like smacked him in the face. And he woke up for the split second. He literally just opened his eyes and looked at me without saying anything. And we're locked eyes in the middle of the night.
Oh, that's cute.
We were locked eyes in the middle
You
of the
started
night.
kissing.
No. We were locked eyes in the middle of the night, and I just looked at him and went, sorry. I rolled back over and went to
Ew.
bed. He does not remember this to this day, but I full on like slapped the man awake, said sorry, rolled back over, and went to bed.
Oh my gosh.
I honestly, that went better than what I thought it was gonna happen.
Well, you thought there was gonna be a makeout session somewhere in there?
No, I
Probably.
just thought you were gonna be like spooning each other in the morning, kind of thing.
Yeah, you woke up and yeah,
I will say him and my brother wrestled in their underwear, so
you're anus to anus.
That's scary.
that was scary to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Two man babies fighting.
Yeah, it was. I didn't want to be in that room anymore. I got lucky. I got the bed to myself though. Those two cuddled and went to bed.
Jordan looks so
Ugh.
disengaged from this conversation. Look at him.
I've been wondering what he's been doing.
He's like doing homework or
Like
something.
over
Playing
here grinding out
solitaire. He's playing Snake. I don't know.
playing
Dude, this
New
might-
World or Valorant.
Yeah, he's playing Valorant. He's playing ranked competitive Valorant right now.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm actually qualifying for World Finals right now. Give me 1 second. They're pushing A. They're pushing A.
Right, he's not pushed it.
He hasn't said a damn word in the last half
No,
hour.
he just smiles, and I see his flash of his screen change colors.
Yeah. Well,
He goes, it is creepy.
yeah.
He's the one you're gonna see outside your window tonight.
Well, yeah, he's probably has like some RC car like rolling up to our doors or something like that. He's
Ooh,
like,
is that Benji's mom?
come back. No.
What is that she handed you?
It's a cookie. Why you guys gotta be weird about this?
What kind of cookie is that?
I don't
Looks
I
like
was
two
like,
hamburger helper mittens.
It does look like that. You're right. No,
I'm
my,
seeing from here.
my-
It looks like two Mickey Mouse hands.
yeah. So my cousin
I
has
can't
a.
see that. It's
It
just
just
white.
turned white.
It's just white. Yeah, you're right. Let me just turn off the here.
I like that color.
Now we're
That's good.
scared.
So my cousin has a baby, and she's about to turn 2. So my mom's making birthday cookies for her and decorating
I
them.
almost made a racist comment.
Wow.
No one heard what I said earlier, so I guess that's good.
Hey Nick, she's actually mixed, so I don't know if you should.
Nick goes,
Yeah.
it's just
I'm glad I
just
didn't
white.
say
I go, that's the best color.
Oh,
Jesus.
oh, I hope she doesn't see this, man. Yeah,
Well, at least,
I don't care.
at least you'll have rights.
Oh my god.
Nick's views
I don't
don't
know.
necessarily represent the rest of the group's values.
I don't know if this is gonna
He's
go
a-
up.
He's a guest, so we're just gonna keep it at that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's
well,
a one-time only guest.
no.
Karen
Let's not say
Henry.
that. Let's not say that. It was fun. It was fun. I think we can probably wrap it up there, though.
Think
We're
so.
at 54 minutes.
That's not bad. The last one went a little over. I guess this one can go a little under.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm still debating on whether we want to put this up or not. If you see this,
Wow.
great. If you don't, who cares?
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, probably for the best. But we'll talk among the group anyway. Thank you
Sounds
guys
like
so
you guys
much. What was that, Nick?
I said, sounds like you guys need to plan it out more and not trust Austin.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This,
Because I got ideas. It's okay.
Did
don't
you hear
worry
what
your
Nick
ideas.
said
I'll just
about
put it
a
out.
certain color and rights? Are you kidding me? I should plan it out better.
Well, I mean, she's mixed. She's got some rights.
I
Anyway.
guess.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, he's just feeding into it at this point.
Oh, come on. Anyway.
I think everyone knows. I think everyone knows we're making jokes, and none of this is actual views.
And if you can't tell this is a joke, grow a fucking pair of balls, you pansy.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be listening to
God.
certain podcasts if you don't think it's a joke.
Yeah, seriously, who the fuck clicks on a Sausage Fest podcast and think it's gonna be a viewer-friendly podcast?
Right.
Listen, it's literally named after a dick. Like,
Well, I mean, in a way.
yes, but no.
All right, Ben, you look like you're about to tell a scary story.
I mean,
Welcome. That's what we're about to get from Ben.
yeah. No, I don't honestly know any scary stories, even if I wanted to tell them. Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap it up there, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the 3rd episode of the Sausage Fest podcast. I hope you all
Thanks for your
enjoyed.
input, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan wasn't even a co-host this time. I'll be honest, he didn't do shit.
You just sat here and smiled.
Yeah.
So you're telling me I can just join this while I'm doing my homework?
Ben, I did more talking than you for like half of it.
What the fuck?
Yes, let's argue the last 5 minutes. I like this. This is
Yes,
content.
this is good.
This
This
is-
is good content.
This is what seems to happen every time I try to do a sign off. So you guys
If
are.
you guys really want to be, guys, just skip to the last 5 minutes and then go back and listen to all this.
Yeah, yeah.
Skip-
Shut up, Ben. Shut up. This is me and Ben's argument.
This is
Go
like
ahead.
skip like the first 20 minutes of this episode. Past that, it gets good. The first 20 minutes is Nick acting like a retard, and that's about it. So.
Yes, I'm glad we revisited that.
Start and end with the same subject.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the 3rd episode of Sausage Fest podcast. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you didn't, I'm really sorry. We won't have Nick on again. It's probably his fault.
That's very
Anyway.
touching, you guys.
Yeah. Anyway, leave a like, comment, subscribe, download on Spotify, follow us on Spotify, all
Any
that
turtles
good
you see on the
stuff.
internet.
Yes.
Yep.
Throw all the plastic you own into the oceans.
Do
Every time.
oh no.
Always say that, guys.
Make sure to follow all of our socials. Those are down in the description. Nick, you have anything you want to plug?
What?
Do you have any socials or anything you want to plug? Anyone to follow?
I don't even know what I have anymore, to be honest.
Shout out my mom.
She a real one?
She's a real one.
If anything, I'll let you guys know for your next one. But I
Okay. Yeah, if you have anything, let us know before I post it. I'll throw it in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And, yeah, I think that's about it. I think we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace out. Love you
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, peace.
Bye.
Bye.